Good morning, class 8 students. Class 8 student, today our topic is food chain and food web. In 7th class, we also know about the what is a food chain and food web. So just we will do their definitions and their both of their cycles, diagram, food chain and food web. First, what is a food web? Food chain. Production of a food and the feeding relationship among organisms at a different level form a chain called a food chain. This is the definition of food chain. Production of food. Who is the producer? Plants are the producer. Production of food starts from the plants, goes to the herbivores, herbivores to the carnivores, carnivores to the sedentary carnivores. Means this is called the food chain. You can draw this diagram for an example and just do the definition that start from the production of foods to the chain food chain. Next one is the food web. Food web. First we will do the food chain, then food web, and then the decomposer. What is the food web? A relationship or interaction between different organisms can be expressed more accurately as a food web. Means from the producer, what are the producer? Plants are the producer. From the plants, they make a many food chain. Many food chain collectively called the food web. Like in this diagram, they have to shown grass eaten by a grasshopper, grasshopper eaten by a frog, frog eaten by a snake or a owl. Second is the grass eaten by grasshopper, grasshopper eaten by a bird, bird eaten by snake, snake to hawk. Again here is another food chain, grass eaten by a mouse, mouse eat from owl, and also mouse eat by a fox. And here is another, that is a grass eaten by a rabbit, rabbit eaten by a fox. Means if you see that almost 1 2 3 4 5 6 food chain when combined to each other collectively, then it is called the food web. You will do the definition of food web and a food chain, and then decomposers. What are the decomposers? They are saying when they continue, uh, it continues to the carnivores, consumers, and terrestrial consumers. At the end of the food chain or a food web, the dead bodies of the organisms are the consumed by decomposers. By the decomposers means कहीं ना कहीं तो इन्होंने डेड होना है. डेड गोज टू द inside of the soil, that are called the decomposer. Just you do the definition of food chain, diagram, decomposers, food web, and the diagram. Next topic is about ecological pyramids. Ecology pyramids means the different feeding level of organism in an ecosystem. Different feeding level mean feeding level are the first you can say the producers, feeding level herbivores, feeding level primary carnivores, feeding level secondary. They are the different type of the feeding levels, and they create the pyramids. The different feeding levels of organism in an ecosystem are called the trophic level. For example, from producers to herbivores, herbivores to primivores, and primary to the other terrestrial. They are the different of the trophic level. Biologists express the trophic relationship by the diagram that take the shape of pyramid. एक pyramid की shape बनती है. What are the shape of pyramid? This diagram has shown the shape of the pyramids. First they have to show the producers, plants, then herbivores, producers, plants, herbivores, any type of the animals, those who eat the grass, primary carnivores, and the secondary carnivores, and they are made it in as a diagram, and this is called the completely pyramid. At the base of the pyramid are producer. Every pyramid, जैसे हम कह सकते हैं every food chain is the base of the plants, Every food web has the base of the plant. Same in every pyramid has the base of the producers or a green plants. The upper level are occupied by primary, secondary and tertiary consumer in the ascending order. Usually primary consumer are the herbivores and rest of the are the carnivores. For example, they are saying the ecological pyramids are usually based on the number of weight of the organisms of each trophic level. इकोलॉजिकल pyramid किस पे बेस कर रहा है? नंबर एंड वेट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिजम्स एट द each trophic level. Both the number and weight organism decrease from base to the top of the pyramid. All others are cut. Just you will do from ecological pyramids this paragraph and half of this paragraph. For an example, plant. For an example, after this you will write, for example, you will draw this pyramid as an example. In this pyramid you have to show first producers, then herbivores, then primary carnivores and then secondary carnivores. If you are not able to draw these animals, you just write the names, means producers, herbivores, primary carnivores, carnivores, but you draw the ecological pyramid. Students, you will learn it and also draw these three diagram: food chain, food web and ecological pyramids on your copies, and also write the definition of the food chain, definition of the food web and the definition of the ecological pyramid with this diagram. Have a nice day.